here because you want to speak English fluently, but something inside you keeps stopping you.
You study, but forget. You listen, but freeze. You understand, but can't speak. And it hurts, because deep inside, you know you're capable of more. You know you have thoughts, ideas, emotions, but they never come out the way you want. Let me tell you a secret that will change everything. The problem is not your mouth. The problem is your brain. Your brain controls your confidence, your memory, your focus, your words. And if it's not trained the right way, no grammar book or app will ever help. In this video, you'll learn how to train your brain step by step. How to stop translating, how to remember words forever, how to speak while thinking, and how to create a daily routine that makes English natural. This is not just about learning English. It's about reprogramming your mind for a new life. A life where you can finally express who you really are in English. And before we begin, if you truly want to master English and transform your life, subscribe right now. Because this channel isn't just about learning words. It's about training your mind, building your confidence, and finding your voice. So hit that subscribe button, and let's grow together. Chapter 1. Why your brain controls your English. Do you ever feel like you understand English, you know the words, you studied grammar, but when it's time to speak, you freeze? Your mind goes blank, you forget simple words, you get nervous, and all that English inside you just disappears. Why does this happen? Here's the truth no one tells you. Your mouth doesn't control your English, your brain does. Before your lips move, before your voice comes out, every word is born inside your brain. And that's the problem. Most people try to learn English like a school subject. They memorize grammar rules, they write definitions, they read silently. But English is not a subject. It's a language, it's a skill, and it's a skill that your brain must control. Not your books. If your brain is not trained to think, react, and speak in English, then your mouth will stay silent. No matter how many hours you study. That's why people say, I understand everything, but I can't speak. Because their brain has never practiced creating English, only receiving it. Imagine your brain is a house. You read English books. You're collecting furniture. You memorize vocabulary. You're adding beautiful decorations. You study grammar. You're arranging everything properly. But when guests come, real conversations, you can't open the door because the key is missing. And the key is training your brain to speak. You can know 1,000 words. You can pass English exams. But if your brain doesn't feel safe, free, and ready to speak, it will shut down. So remember this forever. Fluency is not about what you know. It's about what your brain can use. Right now. 2 learners, 2 results. Let me show you something. Person A. Studied English for 6 years. Can write essays. Person B. Practiced daily speaking for 6 months. Makes mistakes. They both go to a job interview in English. Who speaks better? Not the person with more knowledge, but the person whose brain is trained to speak. Because speaking doesn't come from memory. It comes from action. And action comes from training. If your brain is sleepy, if it's full of fear and overthinking, then English will never come out smoothly. So let's fix that. Starting now. Speak first thing in the morning. When you wake up, say anything out loud in English. Not perfect sentences, just speak. I'm awake now, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm feeling lazy, but I want to grow. This simple step tells your brain, We are in English mode today. Use emotion, not boring phrases. Don't say textbook lines like today is Tuesday. I see a tree. Say something with real emotion. I don't want to work today. I'm scared of speaking, but I'll do it anyway. I want to feel free in English. Your brain wakes up when it feels something. Ask one question in English every morning. Questions force your brain to think. Ask yourself, what do I want today? What am I afraid of? Why do I need English in my life? Then answer in English, even if it's just 2 lines. Use a visual trigger. Write a note and stick it near your bed or on your mirror. Speak 1 sentence in English now. Wake up your brain before the world. Every time you see it, your brain gets the message. Say 1 dream out loud in English. Smile, look at yourself, and say, I will speak English fluently. I will travel and speak with anyone. English is not my fear anymore. It's my power. Don't just say it, believe it. Your fluency is not in your books. It's not in your grammar. It's not in your phone. It's in your brain. And your brain listens to you, so speak, train it, guide it. Because the best way to become fluent is not to fight with your mouth. It's to train the brain that controls it. And now, you've started. Chapter 2. Stop translating. Start thinking in English. Let me ask you a simple question. When you speak English, do you first think in your language? Translate it. Then speak? If your answer is yes, that's the reason your fluency is stuck. Because your brain is trying to do 2 jobs at once. Think in one language, translate everything, then speak in another. And in that process, you lose time, you lose words, you lose confidence. Fluency is not about translation. It's about transformation. Your brain must become English. It must live, think, feel, and speak in English, without permission. Imagine this. You're talking to someone. You want to say, I woke up late because I was tired. But your brain does this. Thinks in your native language, translates each word, checks grammar rules, organizes the sentence, then allows your mouth to speak. But by then, the conversation has moved on. The other person is waiting. And you feel small, not because you don't know English, but because your brain is using the wrong system. Stop doing this. Don't think, what is the English for this? Don't say, let me find the right word. Don't pause to check grammar in your mind, because your brain is not a translator. It's a speaker. Let it speak. So what's the solution? Train your brain to think directly in English. Here's how to do it. Even if you're a beginner. Start with simple daily sentences. When you wake up, speak in your head. I'm brushing my teeth. I feel tired. I need coffee. Let's go outside. Don't translate. Don't check grammar. Just say what you see, what you feel, what you do. This trains your brain to connect English with reality, not with your native language. Use the see arrow say method. Wherever you go, look at something and say its name in English. Window sky is beautiful. That car is red. I'm walking slowly. This builds fast brain-mouth connections. Soon your brain will stop translating and start reacting automatically in English. Make English your thinking language for 10 minutes a day. Set a timer for 10 minutes. In that time, think only in English. No speaking, no writing, just silent thinking. Think about what you ate today, what you want to do, someone you miss, a dream you have. Even if you miss words, keep going. Because thinking in broken English is better than thinking in perfect translation. Name your feelings in English. I'm nervous right now. I feel happy after this message. I'm a little angry, but I'll control it. This helps your brain connect English with emotion. And emotion creates deep memory. Use inner voice practice. Before you speak out loud, say the sentence in your head first. This builds a strong inner voice, the voice that guides your speaking. For example, you want to say, "Can I get a glass of water?" Say it silently first, then say it out loud. With time, your inner voice will start speaking before your fear does. Your brain was not born for translation. It was born for communication. So stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to find the right word. Stop switching between two languages. Choose English. Think in English. Live in English. And your fluency will begin. Not by magic, but by rewiring the brain that controls your voice. And now, that rewiring has started. Chapter 3. Emotion plus repetition equals permanent memory. Let me ask you something. How many times have you learned an English word? Wrote it down? Underlined it? Tried to memorize it? And then forgot it the next day? You see it again and think, wait, I know this word. I've seen it before. But I don't remember the meaning. It feels like your brain is a broken box. No matter how many words you put in, they just fall out. But here's the truth. Your brain is not broken. Your method is. Your brain doesn't remember what you write. It remembers what you feel. It doesn't care about how many times you highlight a word. It remembers how that word made you feel the moment you used it. That's why people remember song lyrics from 10 years ago. But forget a vocabulary list from last week. Because emotion is the glue that sticks information to your memory. And repetition is the hammer that pushes it deep inside. The memory formula. Emotion plus repetition equals permanent memory. If you feel nothing and repeat nothing, you will remember nothing. If you feel something and repeat it correctly, you will remember it forever. You learned the word disappointed. If you just write, disappointed equals feeling sad because something didn't happen, you'll forget it in 2 days. But if you say, I was really disappointed when my best friend didn't come to my birthday, now your brain connects that word to real feeling, and that feeling gives the word power. Then, if you repeat this sentence tomorrow, and again next week, now that word becomes yours, for life. Let's make this practical. Feel the word, don't just read it. When you learn a new word, stop. Don't just write its meaning. Feel it, use it, touch it with your emotions. Ask yourself, have I ever felt this word in my real life? Can I connect this word to my story? Example: grateful. Think of a moment when someone helped you. Say, I was so grateful when my mom stayed awake all night to take care of me. Now it's not just a word, it's your word. Repeat with emotion, not like a robot. Don't repeat the word 20 times like a machine. Grateful, grateful, grateful. That's not training your brain. That's boring it. Instead, repeat it with real sentences and real voice. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful I have food. I'm grateful I can learn English today. When your brain feels your words, it keeps them. Say the word. Then say your story. Let's say the word is nervous. Use it in a sentence. Then connect it to you. Nervous means a little afraid or anxious. I was nervous on my first day at work. I get nervous when I speak English to strangers. But I'm learning to control that nervous feeling. Now you're not just learning vocabulary, you're living it. Follow the 24-hour rule. Your brain forgets fast. If you don't review in 24 hours, you'll lose it. So after learning a new word, review it before sleeping. Say it out loud the next morning. Use it in a new sentence every day for 3 days. This creates what memory experts call deep encoding, which means you're building long-term memory. Build a personal vocabulary wall. Choose 10 to 20 words that matter to you. Words you want to keep forever. Words that describe your life. Write them on a paper. Under each word, write 1 real memory, 1 emotional sentence, 1 dream sentence. Review it weekly. Update it monthly. This is not a word list. This is your English identity. Words are not just sounds. They are emotions. They are stories. They are you. If you want to remember English forever, don't study it like a robot. Feel it like a human. Make English emotional. Make English personal. Make English part of your life. Because when you feel something deeply and repeat it with love, your brain will protect it forever. Chapter 4. The Mouth-Brain Connection. Speak while you think. Let me take you back to a moment in your life. A moment when someone asked you a simple question in English. Hey, what do you think about this? Can you explain that again? What's your opinion? Tell me something about yourself. And suddenly your brain went blank. Your mouth froze. And you thought, I know the answer in my head, but I can't say it. You felt stuck. You felt small. You felt like all your English disappeared in 1 second. Why? Because your brain and mouth were not working together. They were not connected. They were not trained to move as one. And if they are not trained, you will always feel blocked, even if you understand everything. Most people train their brain. They memorize. They understand. They even think in English. But when it's time to speak, their mouth has never practiced. Their voice is scared. Their tongue feels heavy. And the brain says, I want to speak. But the mouth replies, I've never done this before. And that's the end. You go back into silence, not because you are weak, but because no one taught you this. Fluency equals brain plus mouth working together. Your brain must generate the idea. Your mouth must deliver it in real time. And they must move like dance partners, not strangers. Think about this. A fluent person doesn't think, translate, organize, speak. They think and speak at the same time. Their brain is feeding the mouth while the mouth is speaking. It's like a river. The water flows from the mountain to the sea without stopping. But in your case, that river has big rocks, fear, self-doubt, delay, overthinking. Is this correct? These rocks block the flow between your brain and your mouth. And that's what we are going to break right now. Understand this simple truth. You don't need perfect grammar to speak. You need flow. English is not a written test. It's a living language. It's a voice, a sound, a connection. So stop thinking, I must be correct, and start thinking, I must be clear. I must be brave. I must speak. Now, because if your brain is waiting for perfection, your mouth will never open. Build the brain-mouth muscle. With shadow practice. You want to train your mouth to move while your brain is thinking? Here's the most powerful tool in the world: shadowing. It means you listen to a native speaker and you repeat exactly what they say, at the same time or just 1 second after. No pausing, no stopping, no thinking, just speaking. This forces your mouth to follow the brain in real time. Start with slow videos, slow speeches, short dialogues. At first, your tongue will feel tired, your voice will break, you'll feel slow, clumsy, uncomfortable. But after 7 days, you'll notice something. Your brain starts understanding faster. Your mouth starts speaking without permission, and you no longer need to prepare everything in advance. Because now you are training your brain-mouth connection, not just your vocabulary. The brain loop technique. This is one of the most powerful exercises for fluency. Here's how it works. Choose a topic. For example, my daily routine. Start speaking out loud without planning. I wake up at 6 a.m. I make coffee. Then I check my phone. After that, don't stop when you get stuck. Just keep moving forward. Loop around. Try again. Wait, I forgot. I brush my teeth first. Sorry, this is how real conversation works. No script, no pressure, just speaking plus thinking equals at the same time. Every day, do this for 5 minutes, 1 topic per day. Day 1, my daily routine. Day 2, my favorite movie. Day 3, my last mistake. Day 4, why I want to learn English. Day 5, what I hate about society. This exercise teaches your brain. I don't need perfect sentences. I need active flow. Train your brain to speak even in fear. When you speak English in front of others, your brain starts shouting, "What if I say it wrong? What if they laugh? What if I sound stupid?" That fear disconnects your brain from your mouth, like pulling the plug from a computer. So here's how to train under pressure. Speak while walking. Talk to yourself as you walk, without pausing. Okay, I'm walking fast. The weather is hot. My back hurts a little. Your brain learns to speak while doing something else. Speak in noisy places. Stand in your kitchen. Turn on a fan. Speak loudly. Train your mouth to perform under stress. Record voice messages to yourself. Speak for 2 minutes. Don't stop. Don't edit. Don't repeat. Then listen. You'll realize, even with mistakes, your English is better than you think. The goal is to show your brain, we can speak, even in chaos, even in fear. Even now, create a daily brain-mouth workout. Here's your 15-minute daily training plan. Minute 1 to 3. Listen plus shadow. Play any short English clip. Repeat what they say out loud. Immediately. Minute 4 to 6. Speak freestyle. Pick a topic. Speak non-stop. No planning, just flow. Minute 7 to 9. Describe what you see. Look around you. Name objects. Describe actions. Describe colors, feelings, thoughts. This is a black bag. It looks old. I think it's dirty. I don't like it. Minute 10 to 12. Repeat phrases with power. Pick 3 strong English phrases. Say them out loud with emotion, 10 times each. I will speak with confidence. Mistakes don't scare me. Fluency is coming. Minute 13 to 15. Record and reflect. Speak for 2 minutes. Then listen. Find one thing you liked. One thing to improve. Do this every day, and your brain will stop freezing. Your mouth will stop panicking. You will speak while you think. Your fluency is not trapped in your memory. It's trapped in your fear, in your delay, in your broken connection between thoughts and speech. But now, that connection is healing. You are no longer someone who thinks but can't speak. You are becoming someone who thinks and speaks at the same time. Even if it's slow, even if it's messy, even if it's full of small mistakes. It's still speaking, it's still English, and it's still real fluency. Because real fluency is not about saying perfect sentences. It's about saying imperfect ones, bravely, clearly, and without stopping. And now, your mouth and brain are finally moving together. Let them keep dancing. Chapter 5. Create a fluency environment, even if you're alone. Let me ask you something deep. When you walk into your room, when you sit at your desk, when you look at your phone, do you feel like your environment supports your English growth? Or do you feel like you're alone in this journey? That there's no one around who speaks English? No one to practice with? No atmosphere of learning? And maybe you've said this before. If I lived in an English-speaking country, I would be fluent. If I had a partner to practice with, I would speak better. If someone guided me every day, I'd feel confident. But let me tell you something powerful. You don't need to live in London to speak like a Londoner. You don't need a teacher in your room to become fluent. What you need is a fluency environment. A space, physical and mental, that tells your brain, this is an English zone. Here you grow. Here you speak. Here you transform. Even if you're completely alone, your brain is like a mirror. It reflects what it sees, hears, and feels every day. If your walls are silent, your mouth stays silent. If your phone is in your language, your brain stays in your language. If your room looks like a place of distraction, your brain gets lazy. But if you design your environment to whisper English into your ears, if you fill your space with English sounds, words, habits, energy, then your brain will stop resisting. It will start absorbing. It will start transforming. Because the fastest way to train your brain is not by forcing it. It's by surrounding it. Create a physical English zone in your room. Pick a corner, a chair, a desk, a table. This is now your English zone, not your study zone, not your phone zone, your brain training zone. Put a small sign if you want. Fluency happens here. English only, no fear allowed. Speak. Don't stay silent on that table or wall. Add a notebook with phrases you love. Flashcards or sticky notes with emotional words. A mirror for speaking practice. Paper with your biggest English dream written clearly. Like, one day I'll speak fluently on stage. Every time you sit there, your brain remembers. This is not a lazy space. This is a speaking space. Fill your ears with English. 24/7. Your ears are open even when your mouth is closed. Use that power. Even if you're washing dishes, walking, brushing your teeth, getting ready. Play. English podcasts, short speeches, shadowing audio, movie dialogues, motivational English talks. Your own recorded voice speaking confidently. Let your brain hear English every single day. Even if you're not paying full attention, it still works. Why? Because the brain learns by background. The more it hears, the more it feels. English is normal. English is safe. English is mine. Use visual triggers around your room. Every time your eyes see English, your brain wakes up. Here's how to do it. Put sticky notes on common objects. Mirror. You are improving. Door. Let's go speak. Cup. I'm grateful for this day. Write emotional phrases on walls or mirrors. English is not hard. I just never practiced this way. My voice matters. Fluency is not perfection. It's expression. Use a wallpaper on your phone that says, "Speak now." Don't stay silent. Your brain wants English. These visual cues are like gentle reminders, telling your brain, you are no longer living in the past. You're creating the future now. Turn your phone into an English machine. Your phone is either a weapon for fluency or a trap for distraction. Here's how to make it your best friend. Set your phone language to English. Follow English creators who motivate and educate. Change your YouTube algorithm. Watch English 10 minutes daily. Use folders with names like Fluency, Daily Practice, Speak Now. Record your voice daily and store it in a folder named Proof I'm Growing. Every time you open your phone, let it become a tool of transformation, not escape. Speak to yourself, everywhere. Your room is your safe zone. Use it. Speak out loud while cooking, dressing, doing skincare, cleaning, doing nothing. Describe what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Even simple lines. I'm feeling a little tired today, but it's okay. I'll speak better than yesterday. This coffee is too strong. I like it. The more your voice becomes part of your room, the more your brain stops fearing your voice. Write one sentence every night before sleeping. Make it a rule. Every night, no matter what, write one sentence in English. It could be a sentence about your day. I was sad in the morning, but now I feel peaceful. A dream. I want to visit Paris and order food in perfect English. A feeling. Sometimes I feel like no one understands how hard I'm trying. This will give your brain closure. Strengthen your identity as an English speaker. Leave your thoughts in English before sleep, which trains the subconscious. If you're alone, and you feel like no one supports your journey, let your room speak to you. Put one paper on your wall with this message. Even if no one helps me, even if no one listens to me, even if I fail 10 times, I will still rise. I will still speak. I will still become fluent. This is your sacred space. This is your English gym. This is your growth ground. Let every object, sound, and color in your room fight for your fluency. Because when your environment trains your brain, you don't need motivation anymore. You're surrounded by it. Fluency doesn't just happen in your mind. It happens in your world. You don't need to live in an English country. You don't need to have a native speaker. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need the right space, the right energy, the right daily triggers. Transform your room, and you'll transform your brain. Transform your brain, and your fluency will follow. Because even when you're alone, you're never truly alone. Your environment is always with you. So make it your partner. Chapter 6. Daily Brain Gym. 5 Habits to Make English Automatic. The reason most people never become fluent isn't because they're lazy, isn't because they're stupid, isn't because they don't have the talent. It's because their brain never gets trained daily. They try for 1 week, they stop for 2. They speak 1 day, then go silent for 10. And their brain forgets. Their voice weakens. Their confidence dies slowly. But I want you to remember this truth forever. The brain doesn't grow from big efforts once. It grows from small habits every single day. That's why this chapter is your brain gym. Not a gym for muscles. A gym for your voice, memory, thoughts, emotions, and fluency. Every morning you wake up, and your brain knows, we're about to train English, not like a student, but like an athlete, like a speaker, like a leader. And every night before you sleep, your brain says, we spoke today, we grew today, we are becoming fluent. This is not a dream. This is what happens when you follow the 5 daily brain habits I'm about to show you. They are simple, but powerful. And they will rewire your fluency forever, even if you're starting from 0. Let's begin. Habit 1. Speak for 5 minutes without stopping. No matter what. Every day, no excuses. Pick any topic. Your day, your dreams, your fears, a memory, a wish. Now speak. Not perfect English, not textbook grammar, just your voice, moving, without stopping. Even if you say, I don't know what to say. Okay, I feel nervous, but I want to try. That's okay. That's honest. That's real fluency in its raw, emotional form. Because the brain learns by doing, not by waiting. And the mouth becomes fluent by moving, not by being silent. Do this once a day. You'll change more in 30 days than most people do in 3 years. Habit 2. Repeat one powerful sentence with emotion 10 times. The secret is repetition with emotion, not boredom. Pick one strong sentence every morning and repeat it out loud 10 times. But don't just say it. Feel it. Say, I will speak English fluently. I am not afraid of mistakes. English is my voice. I will use it. Say it with fire. Say it with power. Say it like you mean it. You're not practicing grammar, you're programming belief, and belief is what your brain listens to the most. Habit 3. Listen to 5 minutes of real English daily, without subtitles. Choose one real voice. A podcast, a YouTube clip, a short story, a speech. Just 5 minutes a day. No pausing, no subtitles, no looking up words. Why? Because your brain needs to hear the rhythm, the tone, the emotion of real English. Even if you don't understand every word, that's okay. You're training your brain to listen fast, to hear sounds, to catch patterns, to stay calm. And one day, something beautiful will happen. You'll hear a sentence and understand it without translation. That's not a magic trick. That's the reward of this habit. Habit 4. Write one honest sentence about your life every day. Don't write for grammar. Write for truth. Ask yourself, what am I feeling today? What scared me today? What made me smile today? Why do I want to speak English? Then write just one sentence in a notebook. For example, I felt like crying today, but I'm proud I didn't give up. I was too scared to speak in class, and I hate that feeling. I want to speak English so I can express my real self to the world. That's not just English. That's therapy. That's healing. That's fluency that touches the soul. Your brain remembers truth more than rules. And writing this way every day makes your English personal, emotional, and unforgettable. Habit 5. 1 minute mirror talk before sleep. Before you sleep, go to your mirror, look into your own eyes, and speak in English for just 1 minute. Tell yourself, I'm proud of myself. Today was hard, but I trained. I made a mistake, but I spoke. Tomorrow, I will grow again. This is not about grammar. This is about identity. Your brain needs to see you, the real you, trying, showing up, speaking. Because when your eyes and your voice agree, your brain says, this is who I am now. An English speaker, a learner, a warrior. Here's your full brain gym routine. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day. 5 minutes. Speak freestyle without stopping. 2 minutes. Repeat one sentence with emotion 10 times. 5 minutes. Listen to real English. No pausing. 2 minutes. Write one honest sentence about your day. 1 minute mirror talk before sleep. This is how you stop learning English and start living it. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need to live in the USA. You need one thing only: a brain that trains every single day. Because fluency doesn't come from a book. It comes from your brain, your mouth, your courage, your habits, your pain, your passion. And now, after all 6 chapters, you've learned how your brain controls your English, how to stop translating and think naturally, how to remember words forever, how to connect your thoughts and speech, how to build a fluency environment, even if you're alone, and how to create a daily fluency routine that will transform you. This is no longer just about English. This is about becoming who you were meant to be. Fluent. Free. Fearless. Every time you speak, you train your brain. Every time you try, you grow your power. Every time you return, you are becoming fluent. You don't need motivation anymore. You have a system. You have a voice. You have a future. Now, speak it into reality. If you've come this far, that means you're serious. You're not just learning English, you're transforming your life. Now you have the tools. Now you have the system. Now it's time to take action every single day. Don't wait. Don't stop. Don't go silent. Train your brain, use your voice, and speak your future into existence. Subscribe now, because this is just the beginning. More powerful videos are coming. And I'll be here, guiding you every step of the way. Your journey is not over. It's only getting louder.